All right, let's jump right into it. Have you ever gotten a raise, felt that incredible rush from a bigger paycheck, and then, a few months later, you're looking at your bank account, scratching your head, wondering, wait, where did all that extra money actually go? You know you're earning more, but somehow you feel just as broke as before. Well, we're about to break down exactly why that keeps happening.
For so many of us, this is the big belief, right? It's that light at the end of the tunnel we're all running towards. We tell ourselves, oh, if I could just get that promotion, or if I could just make another 10 grand a year, then poof, all my financial stress will just disappear. It's a really simple and honestly a very appealing idea.
But it's not true. It just won't. And getting your head around why it's not true is the absolute first step to actually changing your financial reality for good. And that brings us to our first big idea, what I call the income myth. See, the thing is, we've all been sort of trained to focus on the wrong number. We obsess over the size of our paycheck, when the real problem and the real solution is actually found in our day-to-day behavior. And this is so crucial. If your habits around money don't change, then doubling your salary just means you'll have more expensive problems. Seriously, you're not actually winning the game. You're just playing it on a much higher difficulty level.
So, okay, if our income isn't the main problem, then what's the real enemy here? Well, there's this specific, really powerful force at play. It's this hidden thing that keeps so many of us running on that financial hamster wheel, going nowhere fast.
And it has a name. It's called lifestyle inflation. See, finally, a name for that feeling we talked about at the beginning. This is that natural, almost automatic urge to let our spending just expand to whatever our new income is. It is the silent killer of raises. It's why that extra money seems to just vanish into thin air.
And here's exactly how this plays out in the real world. You've probably lived this. You get the raise. Awesome. Immediately your brain goes, hey, I can finally afford that nicer apartment in the cooler neighborhood. And then it's, you know what? My old car doesn't really fit this new vibe. Time for an upgrade. And just like that, without even realizing it, your definition of normal has completely shifted, and all that new money, it's already spoken for. This chart just shows the trap perfectly. Look at it. Your income bar shoots way up, but your expenses bar chases it right to the top. And the result? That sad little savings bar on the right. It stays totally flat, or maybe it inches up just a tiny bit. This is the very definition of running in place. You're making more money, sure, but you are not getting any wealthier. Okay, so that's the problem. And yeah, it's a powerful trap. But here's the really good news. There is a way to escape it. And the solution isn't some complex financial formula. It all starts with a simple but really fundamental upgrade to your mindset. This right here might be the single most important sentence we're going to talk about. Wealth is what you keep, not what you earn. It's a complete paradigm shift. The goal isn't just about having a high income, it's about growing your net worth, which is just a fancy way of saying what you own minus what you owe. That's the real scoreboard. We all know someone like this, don't we? Maybe it's the doctor earning $500,000 a year, but they've got the huge mortgage, 2 luxury car payments, country club dues, you name it. Their income is incredible, but they're living on this financial high wire where a single unexpected bill could send the whole thing crashing down. So here it is, the new game plan. The next time you get a raise or a bonus, you have to fight that incredibly powerful urge to upgrade your lifestyle. Instead, you're going to use that new money to upgrade your assets. That could be anything from bumping up your 401k contribution to buying into a simple, low-cost index fund. You have to start thinking of every pay increase not as permission to spend more, but as pure fuel to accelerate your journey to financial freedom. Every single dollar you put into an asset today, it's like you're planting a tiny tree. You're not going to get the shade immediately, of course not. But what you're really doing is buying your future self comfort, security, and options. You are paying your future self first, and that is, without a doubt, the most powerful financial move anyone can ever make.
This brings us to another critical distinction. And honestly, this is what separates the people who stay on that financial hamster wheel from those who finally manage to get off. It's the huge difference between looking rich and actually being rich.
So let's break this down. Over on the left, you've got looking rich. This is all about spending money. It's visible, it's flashy, it's the new car, the fancy dinners, the designer clothes. It's all about consuming your money. But on the right, you have being rich. And that is all about owning assets. It's often totally invisible. It's stocks, ETFs, maybe a rental property. These things don't just sit there. They go to work for you, making more money. See the difference? One path makes you a consumer, the other makes you an owner.
So, the big question is, how do we make this shift permanent? Well, it all comes down to changing the one single fundamental question you ask yourself about money. It's time to completely reframe that little voice in your head.
This is our default question, isn't it? It's what we're taught to do. We're obsessed with that top line. How do I get the raise? How do I start the side hustle? And look, earning more is great, but if that is your only focus, I guarantee you are destined to fall right back into that lifestyle inflation trap.
Now this is the question that's a total game changer. How much can I keep and grow? This question shifts your entire focus from your income to your wealth. It forces you to think about your savings rate, your investment strategy, how you're allocating your assets, and suddenly it's not about how much money flows through your hands, it's about how much of it sticks around and starts working for you. This is the question that actually builds lasting wealth.
And that's the real magic of this whole idea. Because once you truly get the difference between income and wealth, between spending and owning, you start seeing the entire world differently. You look at every dollar not just as something to spend, but as a potential little soldier in your army, ready to go to work building your future freedom. And once you see it that way, you can never unsee it.